Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome everybody.
I'm going to do a little video on I've got a piece of laburnum here. It's a bit weird shaped, as you can see. But it's got some beautiful grain in it. Got to be careful, a little bit of rot there. I don't know how far that's going to go in. We'll see. A lot of this laburnum I've had had some bad rot inside it, so it's not been a lot good for turning. So we'll see how this goes. I've worked out, I've put a compass, so I've worked out that I can get that sort of a circle out of it for diameter wise. I'll just see what it goes like. I'll start turning it. I'm going to mount it on a worm screw. I've got my RGD, I
think. Yeah, I forget now.
One of the two. Chuck worm screw, which I like. I like my worm screw chuck. And I'm mounting it on that, okay? I like to do it this way because, as I've said before, right now, I've done that tight, okay? So that's tight. I'm going to undo it again, okay? And then just a few turns, and then I'll go back up. That way, I find it never ever do I get one stick. And that's it, that's tight enough. I won't tighten no more than that. This might get a bit of a wobble because I think it's a little bit heavier that side than this side, but we'll see. And just for security first, I'm using a cone center because a steb won't get all of its teeth on that. It won't sit flat on it, so I'm using the points at a cone center. And I'm sticking it in because I know that gives it secure. I'm an inch in that way, and I'm points going into there.
Why do you prefer the worm screw chuck?
For what?
For doing things like that.
On this?
Yeah.
Well, the worm screw, I prefer the worm screw going just between centres because when I get down to the bowls ready, I can actually move this away and finish the bottom off if I want. Where if I do it between centres, I'll have a little knob and I've got to take that off. I can't move that away when I'm just between centres. Okay, face plates, I don't like face plates anyway. I've never liked a face plate. Screws, you put screws in, they tend to get stuck. If they're small screws, I don't trust them anyway. Just through the carpentry side, I know how easy a screw can snap, and I've seen how you can get a catch on here and all those screws could actually break, and then you've got nothing holding. A worm screw, that's not gonna break. It's just my preferred method. Like I said, other people, they like face plates. Nothing wrong in it. As I said, if you like it, I don't personally like them myself. Okay. Right, now I've got a nasty corner bit there that's going to have to go first. So my first few cuts are just going to be to get rid of that corner there. Okay, I don't want to have to put it on the bandsaw and do things like that. So that's literally going to be a few little cuts like that, and that's it. Now, a lot of this, as I've said before, I do like to use, you can use a bowl gouge, you can use carbide, use spindle gouge, use whatever. I tend to like a spindle gouge. And I know there's a hell of a lot of comments go on Facebook and places about using spindle gouges on face work and bowls and all that. It is fine, there is no problem with it. Obviously depends on what sort of size bowls and what you're turning. You've got to assess the situation, and you're not going to know as a new turner. It's something that you will get with experience, and that's all I can really say on that. You know, as a new I mean, a spindle roughing gouge is a definite no. That is just a no. Okay, so nothing to do with tangs or strength of the tool or strength of metal. It's the simple fact that that's going to take too much wood in one go. Okay, it's just going to be, it's too big an area. You don't want that whole area come in contact with that wood. It's too much, and that's all it is. It's the same as if you was going to push a square scraper or something in there. If it's too big, it's just going to bang and catch. You know, scrapers have tangs. They're the same. They have tangs, but you use them for bowls and stuff. It's just, as I said, it's not the strength of the tool. It's the actual fact of it will take too much wood. It's not designed for it. Simple as that. Spindle gouges are absolutely fine. Now I'm gonna just pick one of my spindle gouges. I'll probably start off with this little small one here. Doesn't have to be very big. I'm just going to start off with this small one. Okay, it's a 1/2 inch. It's got a short bevel on it. Okay, short grind, and it makes it nice to come in. But we'll do a bit with carbide as well, because I know a lot of you have had carbide. My little pot, I gave it it's had its little coat, come up lovely, all the grain fits, and a lovely pot fit. Okay. So yeah, that's turned out really nice, that, and that finished off really nice with that that insert bit on the top. And I like the colours, the reds and greens,
it really
and
goes
it goes
well with
Christmassy. So
yeah.
that was perfect. I really like that. So that's my little pot. Right, so I'm going to start this. Now, as I said, for big lumps, I mean, this is it's not an over hard wood, so I think this small spindle gouge will probably do me. If it's not, I'll go up to a slightly bigger one. Like I say, tools for a job. Bigger tools, bigger pieces of wood, heavier tools. If I was worried about it, then I'd go over to a big heavy bowl gouge. Like I said, I can't say, you can't really say to someone what to use all the time. You have to just do it through experience, guys. You know, in a safe way, suck it and see. Basically, you learn by your mistakes, but you can't rely on everyone to tell you what to do all the time. Some things you just have to try it and see. Just try it and see. Right, okay. I'll turn my speed down a bit because I think it's going to be a little bit out of balance. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Oh, that's a 700, and that's oh. Well, I might have to see if I can go through that. I don't know whether I will. So I'm going to take a quick couple of cuts. Move that in a little bit. It's wobbling a little bit, but that'll be alright. I'm just going to get a few cuts. Once I get it in balance, it'll be alright. Right, that's coming in a bit. Now, as I said, if you want to use carbide, you can use a carbide on that. Now, I'll probably start, I'll go with if I'm going to use a carbide, I'll use a box collar one. Okay? Do exactly the same, come in. All I'm going to do is knock off these tight spots. Okay, I'm just knocking off. That's getting a little bit less movement now, so I know I'm getting there in balance. I can see the ghosting, so I can see what's still got to come off here. Now the thing with the carbide, I've got to lower my tool rest down a little bit. There we go. I'm doing exactly the same as I would do with this spindle gouge. Right, that bit's there still not round. Can't put my finger on that because I know it's got that chainsaw bit at the top of it. That would hurt if I'd done that. So I'm going to come this way so it don't break out. Rolling it over. As I said, when you use it, I'm using exactly, if I use a spindle gouge, I come in the handle drop down, pick up the cup, and I'm just coming round. Okay. And if I go for the carbide, I can see that the same. You don't have to do it differently. Right, I'm going to get this, and now everything's quietening down now, see? I've got rid of all the roughy bumpy bits. I'm going to stop and have a look, see where I'm getting. Right, I've still got this big flat bit here. Oh, I'm round there right now. That's a bit of a pain, that, isn't it? Because I've got this big flat bit here and I'm round on here. But I can't really move that over. I've got a bit more to go there. Right, I think I'm going to have that as a shallow bit anyway, because there's a bit of, looks like a bit of rock down here. There's a little bit there. So that should be all right. I think, I don't know, I've got to, yeah, I could have done with that being over this way a little bit more now, but then,
The worm screw can't do it, can you?
no. That's why I'm getting the bump, because I've got that flat there, so I've got a lot of air I'm cutting. But that's right, it's only going to be a small one, so it doesn't matter. Right, if you haven't got a short handle box holders, it doesn't matter. I don't think you've got to use that. Let me just grab the standard one. This is just a standard one, the ones that most of the people have got, and I know because they've just all gone out. So let's pop that back on. You can use a long one, just the same. Just drop your handle, just the same. But I still tend to be holding it up here. And like I say, if you do want to go flat, you can go flat, but the only thing you find when you tend to go flat is you'll get a lot rougher finish than if you come round. So if I do a bit flat, because a lot of people have been saying about this tear out. I'm going to bring this bowl round here right now. Tear out. The thing with using it flat, see, is we nearly got rid of that. Look,
Yeah.
but see, I've got this. Look, it's got a chunk going in there, so we'll see how we go. And that's a bit of rock there. Right, but we've got a hell of a lot of tear out here, and that's because we're going in scrape. Look here, a lot of people have been saying about this on Facebook about getting rid of this tear out.
Yeah.
Okay. And the easiest way with that is to drop your handle and cut this way. And when you come round like that, you should find you get rid of that torn grain, see? See that torn grain we had all there? That's all going. And that's how you'll get rid of it. We've got a few torn marks because we're still getting a bit of bounce from that. That's all. But I quite like that actually. When that's oiled, that might look quite nice actually.
Yeah.
And I might have to keep that in there, otherwise I'm going to lose so much bowl. Don't really want to go any shallower than that. So I'll get rid of most of that. speed up a little bit now as well. And that will always help with your speed. Right, we get this in so we can get rid of this nubble here. There we go, that's gone. I'm just going to refine the centre there. Bring that up. Right, that's shortened that bolt down because that bottom bit weren't going to be any good anyway. Right, and now I can carry on with this. Right, I've got that bit that's got that chunk. I think I'm going to keep that in there as a feature. So, leaving the biggest foot on there at the moment. Now, if I was doing it with spindle gouge, see, I would come in, cut my foot, like so, and then come round. And that will give me a nice clean finish. I'm going to take this foot down a little bit. Still a little bit big. Then again, for doing that, I'll just push in and come out. Give me a lovely clean finish. And as I said, for this bit, it's just a cut in, and that gives me my foot, my dovetail, and then come round. So if you're using your carbide, you do exactly the same. Cut it in, drop the handle, come out. We'll move that to the other side, makes it easier. Drop the handle. If you drop the handle, you'll get a lovely smooth finish. With no tear out whatsoever on that. Right, we're going to carry on going in. Right, before I finish, I'll come in and finish that bottom off. And then here, you'll just do the same. Just roll it over, and this is just a 9mm round, okay? Just roll it, bring in, that's just 10 and done. And then just come round. And that'll give you a lovely fine cut there. So like I said before, we use the tools pretty much the same really. Right, now I can feel that rough bit there. I'm going to have a look at it and see what we've got like tear out wise. Right, I've got a flat there still as well. I've got to get rid of that flat. So sorry, I've got to take that down a bit more. I didn't see that. Should have done. What's that noise?
Gone through your...
Sounds like a bit of tin or something. Right, okay, so now we're doing a nice final cut, so we're coming in. And we'll see what we like for tear out. Right, I've still got that little flat there. I might go down a fraction more just because that's nearly gone. I like the colour. That's just there. I might go down a fraction more just to get rid of that. And I've got the tiniest bit of that flat still. So yeah, we're still going a little bit more, guys. Just keeping that handle down. See now, I'm actually riding that bevel there on that. Tell me what's making that noise. So I've got something like a bit. Sounds like a bit of tin rattling. And I don't know what it is. It's annoying me. Can't see nothing. It sounds like a piece of tin rattling somewhere. Sorry guys. Right, let's see how we've done. Let's see how we've done now. Right, we've got a few lines there. We're getting a little bit of bounce on that, but that's all right. Oh, that's gone now. Oh, that's nice. I like that patterning. Oh, and I've nearly got rid of that bit there. So I'm going to take another little cut and that'll get rid of that bit. And that would be quite nice, actually. That's going to have some beautiful grain on it.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower my tool rest a little bit. So I'll come around and get that finished cut. And I'm staying with the carbide. Nearly got rid of that. Right, let's have a look. Right. Yeah, that's just left that tiny, that's going to come, so I've got to tear it. Right, now I'm getting a little bit of tear out just on this bit here, okay? But apart from that, we're really good with tear. And this wood will tear if you don't get the right cut. So I'm going to clean that up now. What I'm going to do is get my speed up a bit, because the speed is going to help me. Right, now I know this is a bowl, but I'm between centres. I'm on a worm screw. Everything's safe, and I'm at 2,500 RPM now. Right, there we are. Handles drop right down low. Now let's have a look. Right, we've cleaned up most of that tear. Virtually, there's a tiny little bit on that. Nothing around this side. This is all nice, okay? That's going to sand really nice, that. So, for that tiny little bit of tear out, your best tool for that now, guys, is your detail chisel. Okay, and this is just the same. It's for the standard type preset, okay, that you get. This is your detail. This is exactly how you'll get it come. And we come in with that. Right. Move the tool rest round. Right, let's have a look now and see what we've got. There. That torn grain is all gone, okay? And you can see the difference from when we was pushing in with it, the torn grain that we got, how bad it was, okay? And that's what we had to get rid of. So now I'm going to just come in and clean this bottom up with a few cuts. and then I'm going to turn it around and do, well, I'm going to do a little bit of sanding, and then we'll get it sorted out. But this is, so I'm going to put the spindle gouge back because, to be honest, I can do all this with a carbide. I love my traditional tools, I love my spindle gouge, I love my bolt gouges, but, you know, I know a lot of people have got these tools for Christmas, and, well, you don't want to be getting all this tear out and stuff. I see so many people struggling to get rid of torn grain, and you really, it's nothing to suffer with, torn grain. Right. And again, going across the bottom. Right, let's move this out of the way. Lisa's going to go around there for a bit. Again, coming across the bottom. We're a little bit high. There we go. We're getting that dimple. Right. And again, it's exactly the same. Just roll the tool over. Okay, and you'll get a nice clean finish. Right, I want to dip in a little bit there. Right, if you're going to make your cut as a push, close your flute first. Got a little trouble because I've got my screw sticking out a little bit there. Right, there we go, we've got a little dimple. Right, and like I said, do it by closing it and then rotate. Don't try and come in and pick it up there because you won't get it right, okay? I've got a tiny little bit there. You won't get it right, you'll get a grab, you'll get a catch, and then that'll spoil it for you. There we go, right. Let's do a little bit of sanding. I'm going to be using an oil finish on this. Get some grits out. There we go, it's nice, coming in there right up to that foot. Right, 180, then we're going for a 240. .320. The beauty of these sanding arbors is I can hold that arbor and get a good bit of control.
Where did you get them from?
Sorry?
Where did you get them from?
I got it off the shelf there. You can get them from my website. Just drop me an email.
We got a video on that.
There's a video on that.
Up there somewhere.
It's up there somewhere.
In the cloud.
Yeah. The iCloud.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I think that's all good. That feels nice anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put a little bit of oil on this. Maybe not.
We've got one left.
Yeah, I've got another one. I've got another one here. Right. I think I've got some left in here still. Oh yeah, I've still got some in there. That's alright, it's all there. I don't need the new one yet. Right, I just need my bit that I'm going to put the oil on with. Here we go. Got me a bit of prop over where I have for oil. Right, I'm going to have to tip it into something. Right, it's nearly out.
Yeah.
I have a lid somewhere. Right, okay. Now, like I said, I like to put it on when the lathe's spinning. I'm spinning quite fast at first. I do this and then I give it another oil when it's all done and finished and off the lathe. You just have to make sure you put your hand there so you don't get it all splatter up in your face. Right, there we go. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys. And very little sanding, and as you can see, we've got no torn grain or nothing. So you shouldn't be suffering with torn grain, even if you're using carbides. People say, well, you'll always get torn grain with carbides. No, you won't. No, you won't. Not if you use them right. You shouldn't have any torn grain, even with carbide. Look at that. That's just got to have a little wipe over. Got a little bit of gold there as well. Gold. Oh, probably what they say fool's gold, wouldn't they? Right, as you can see, guys, looking at that, that was that bit that was going to give us trouble. We've got no torn grain on that. That's all gone lovely because we've done a little cut that detail. That gave that fine little bit. I like that. I like that bit of that sap, that bit of sapwood there. I like that. I like to keep that in if I can.
Some people take it out. They completely take out. Sap,
yeah, I don't. I like.
I think it's nice with the contrast of colours.
Yeah, I like that little bit of colour there. Yeah. But there you go. So that's what we've got on the outside of our bowl there, our laburnum bowl. Okay. No tear out. Now that wood would give you trouble. Even a lot of people would have trouble with bowl gouges and stuff with that. But like I said, if we present it correctly, we'll have no trouble. Right. Like I say, I know there's been quite a few lately asked questions about torn grain and stuff. And a lot of it, everyone sort of really seems to come and say about sharp tool, sharp tool, sharp. Everyone blames torn grain on sharp tool. Sharp tool, sharp tool. Tools need to be sharp, but it's not always the case that your tool's not. Just because you get torn grain, it doesn't mean your tool's not sharp enough. The sharpest tool you can have, if you don't present it correctly, it won't get rid of torn grain. Torn grain, it must be cut. You can't do any sort of scrape on torn grain. It won't have it. Right, okay. There we go. I've got those in my. Oh yeah, and if you're watching, Rob, you're saying about those jaws. Yeah, I know you just got yourself a set. You said fantastic, because I've only got a small foot on that, and I'm holding it in these jaws which have the serrated edge, and even though they're serrated, they don't mark. That's the beauty of it. Still, They're not dovetailed. These are for going on a flat, and they will grip in, and they will grip if you want a perfect grip. But if you put a dovetail on, and quite a steepish little dovetail, what I found is the dovetail will go into the groove, and it will lock on that, and it won't actually, especially do a nice sharp, like a sharp edge dovetail, and it won't mark it. And when you take it off, there won't be no marks. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. When I turn this round, I might put an insert in the bottom. I'm not sure. But anyway, right, I've got that. Don't forget, guys, tight and nip. Tight, nip. That's it. Don't over tighten it. Okay. You don't need no over tightening. It's not going anywhere. Right, we'll stick with the
Carbides.
the 9mm box hollow, I think, on this, because like I said, if you want to do bowls, one of the best tools for doing all the bowls is the 9mm box hollower. Right, I'm very slightly low there. Very slightly low. Just come up just a fraction. Right, okay, so I'll put the detail up for a minute. And we'll get some of this hollowed out. Okay? How long we been?
36.
36 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh.
So I've got a bit of wood floating around in my coffee.
Nice.
Don't drink too much. So I just got
some.
it. I just got it. It's a bit of laburnum.
No.
Ah, I'm going to die now. It's poisonous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, okay. Let's do a bit of hollowing on this. Now, what I might do is jump onto a square in a bit and see. We'll get it started up. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Only a little bit. I'm still going to be on the 6.5 too slow. All seems good. I'm just at 2,000 there. Going in flat first, I just want to get a hole. Right, don't touch this here. If we're not flat on that bottom, on that top I mean. Right, we're pretty flat there. Going in, I'm just drilling like a little hole. Just using it to drill a hole, that's all. Right, and now just for speed, easiest way to get rid of the gaps a bit is with a square. Well, I've got a bit of a way to go yet. Okay. Just rolling it over and push cutting. Right, I've got a little bit of meat in this corner here. Right, that's gone. What do we like there? Nice, fairly even side there. We'll go a little bit more. Right, okay. Right, okay, it's not too bad. I'm not going too thin on it. I'm not really interested in a thin bowl. There we go, right, now we'll jump over to SCH3, which will give us our best finishing cut. Got the tool rest down a bit because it's on a thicker bar. Position the tool rest so I can pick the cut up here. A little bit on that bottom bit there. Just 'cause I'm a little bit low, I'm a little bit high. Still just a fraction high there. Because of that bar, see, the bigger bar.
Yeah. That colour is on the 10 mil, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's, yeah, there's a little bit there, I can just feel it. So that's gone. Right, we'll come back here and we'll just get this finished. Right, let me have a look. So I've got a lot of shavings in here, so I can't feel nothing. Right, there we go. Right, there's a little bit of tear, torn grain just there. I can feel. I think that might need to come that way across that grain. We'll see. We'll see. I think I've got to come the other way on it. Yeah, that feels better.
Yeah, that's definitely better. Yeah, I think that's got rid of that torn grain. Right, just need to come in for that middle. A little dip there. Where I started from. That feels alright. Right, okay, that should be good. Yeah, that torn grain, that got rid of that torn grain there. I think going the other way, yeah, going the other way got rid of that torn grain. Right, okay, do a little bit of sanding in there. So it's not always a case that a push cut is better. It depends on the grain, which way the grain's going. The laburnum's a funny wood, you know, it's the laburnum can be a bit funny with its grain pattern, the way it goes. It's where these arbours come in handy and all, see, I can get right inside. Right, that's been done up to 400 grit. And now what I'll do is I'll get a bit of oil in there. While it's moving. Right, and there we go. So that's our finished laburnum bowl.
And like I say, because I done that tenon and I held on that, I've got no marks. So being that this bowl, see look, there's no marks around it because I put a sharp dovetail on, and it goes into the groove. You'd think that would mark really bad, but they don't. They're absolutely fantastic jaws. They really are. These are, like I say, if you buy the Record Power ones, the 4-inch jaw, they're dovetailed. Okay, they come like these. These are the Record Power. They're dovetailed like this. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be dovetailed like that, and that's fine with dovetail. But I wanted these particular jaws, and Record Power don't do it. They're 4-inch jaws. They're small ones like this are dovetailed. These are the Charnwood Nexus ones. Now, if you buy the Charnwood ones, they go on your Record Power chucks and everything, go on the Nova chucks, but you must buy the screws to go with them because your screws from that chuck won't work. Okay, and these are absolutely fantastic. They've got these, so the serrated edge here, and if you like, for like me, I like it. One, they give a fantastic grip on a tenon, but two, I like it because if I put a foot like that on, and I want to decide that I'm just going to leave it at that, they go on. They don't put no marks in. It doesn't mark it at all. You'd think it would be the other way, but it doesn't. Right, so I haven't got to do anything with that now. That's done, guys. There we go. Beautiful little, that needs that oil to dry, and it have another couple of coats, and there we go. A beautiful laburnum bowl. Okay, and as you can see, most of that was done with the 9mm box hollower. Okay, we started off a little bit with the spindle gouge, but I went over to the box hollower just to show you, because I know a lot of you guys have got them. Hell of a lot of people are saying about they're struggling with new turns, struggling with torn grain. There is really no need to struggle with torn grain. This would have been terrible for torn grain, but if you present the tool correctly, that's how you get rid of it. That was the bit there that was a problem, and as you can see, we've got no torn grain on it whatsoever. Okay, so we've just got to let that oil dry, give it another few coats, and I'll coat it up a couple of times, and that'll be it, and that'll give that a nice finish. So there we go, guys. So until the next one, toodle pip. Enjoy your Christmas.
Bye, guys.